welcome to version 31. So as always, DDL, and yes, I want to recalculate. Now this depends on how many cities you have and how big you have. You will need to wait, so don't worry, it's not freezing. It's just, if you have more even it gets even longer later on when I have all the continent. So the announcement is this is going to be the I'm gonna finish off this game. I'm not gonna continue playing this save because basically once I defeat Brennus, which will be basically from right now, I will just continue producing unit and basically because I played before and I just went through it. See, it needs to recalculate stuff, but at least you keep your save. He stands no chance. I will take over the whole continent. And if you hear voices, that's because all of my windows have to be open because it's so freaking hot and people usually go outside in my backyard. Can you hear them, Ike? I'm sure you can. So basically this is how we look now. I'm gonna load the save basically because how to say this, the settings are not as they should be when you play this mod, because this was the first time I actually played the mod. This save was the first time, so I didn't know exactly what proper settings, and thanks for Hydromancer to give me the link how other people play and then his own settings. I'm gonna use his settings because his are very very good and I like them. I will actually add more barbarians because like I say, I'm gonna push load because we basically took our cities back, and the way the normal gameplay of me went, I went to peace with him. My happiness went, everything was fine, everything was nice and dandy. Then he attacked me again, but he was already, I, I'm prepared, like I have a lot of units and I'm gonna have more, and then I just overrun him slowly, one city after another. The thing is, like I show you now, load game, this is the furthest I went. And a lot of this is because clicking next turn. Now I have a wrong time setting, so basically I have like normal, or I have slower mode, but it should be basically I have a lot of buildings and I have no time of building them because the turns are, I research the technologies too quick, and that's a lot of freaking. It's just, I have no revolutions. That's another problem. No barbarian civs. That's something I'm gonna turn on as well. Enable expanded castle. No, you see, I have the list on the next one will be a lot longer. I don't have advanced diplomacy. I'm gonna turn that on. Like, speed is gonna be lower. Map is going to be second biggest. The turns will go a lot longer afterwards, which I'm not yet sure how to do it. I could cut out the turn the computer takes, or I could fast forward 4 times the speed, so in case something happens like a random fight, you can actually see it. I'm not sure yet how to do it. A suggestion would be nice, but I'm sure nobody will reply. But the next one, again, yeah, the yellow. But I try to reinstall the mods because some things are weird, like I cannot play Slovakia. And I forgot what I was talking about. Which happens a lot, so I'm sure you are used to that by now. Basically, this is not the proper way to play it. That's why, Oh yeah, I just don't want to cut out all the turns later on because you might, miss a fight, random fight, and then might be confused. So maybe I make them just 4 times faster when there is a next turn, because on this map the turns take a lot. Now on the second biggest, not the second biggest. How to say that in English? I have no idea. There is only one more bigger, which I didn't select and I don't need to. But it's going to be like the difficulty will be brutal, basically. I'm still not gonna go for deity because that's no need. Since if you played C4 and C5, you know that no need to go to that difficulty. But basically 2 points above my usual difficulty I will go, so it's gonna be a fight for survival, and the speed will be the one that should be there. a lot of other settings like advanced diplomacy, advanced nukes, advanced espionage, and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a lot better. As you can see, the bigger save where I have all the continent and all this takes a lot more to. But don't worry about it. It will. Just like the second biggest, not the second biggest. There is only one more that's bigger map. Then I will select. Initializing takes 15 minutes. 15 minutes just to initialize the map, and afterwards everything's okay, and like, you know, loading, it's fast just like any other. But the first initializing, you might think like, oh no, my game froze. No, it just takes, it's enormous. I think it's enormous. So it takes a while to load. So, you know, you can just go and make coffee or sit back and, you know, have a drink or something, make breakfast, or I don't know, something. But the thing is, the other game will be much more exciting than this, because I have no revolutions. So basically I go around, like, you know, it would be a little bit more exciting if I could, you know, just take the city actually, like being revolution, which I have turned off. So some of the city like this one, my culture is so widespread, so I taken everything off him. This is actually a unit. When you can if you have oil, then you can build it on oil, which is pretty funny to me. I still love it though. Now, like I said, I cannot play as Slovakia. I really wanted to. That's where I come from. This is a funny island, isn't it? I just let them go, and they even created a freaking air balloon. I built some units I wanted to show you. The thing is, it's very hard to continue clicking next turn and just build, because I am first in score and nobody wants to attack me, and these are my... I have a lot of vassals, as you can see. And I don't know, I just... A lot of units I wanted to show you, that's why I didn't... Like, you can have armored car. This is the modern era, by the way. But it gets tedious to just click next turn all the time without anything else. And I played on the other setting, which is the proper setting, and now this is... I can feel it inside me that this is not the proper setting I should be playing the game on. So we have stuff like armored car, minus terrain movement, minus 75 jungle attack, minus 50 forest attack, machine gun versus machine gun plus 25%. Then we have stuff like bazooka Joe. A lot of new... This is, I think, new in version 31, I think. So as you can see, hovercraft. Some of these units I love really to see. The thing is, I don't know if, even if I tried a war, I could just roll over stuff. And that's why I'm gonna change the difficulty to +2 more. And that's gonna be hard enough. The videos will be named Fight for Survival, something like that, because it's gonna be. But I tested Slovakia. Slovakia, when I start a new game, randomly crashes. So I cannot play as Slovakia. The other civs are good. I'm gonna play scientific. So this one obviously has a lot of movement. Here we have a normal medium tank. Then we have a heavy tank. And this is just some modern era units, not to mention the future tank. This is light tank, heavy tank, medium tank. I love it though. This is the modern era worker. All these little details are fantastic. We have an agent. Then we have a sniper. I really love how many units there are and how different they are. Like you see here, we have an airship. Then we have early fighter, propeller tactic bomber, missile, barrage balloon. So yes, there is a lot of units like this. Drage helicopter. This is one of the special people. Yeah, this is one of the hero unit, which is really cool because he looks like a tank. I really do love it. Now we have, yeah, that's another hero unit. Then we have, what is this? Panzer. Oh yeah, Panzer, of course. And the one of the coolest things I think is this: when you get steampunk, you need a culture for this as well. So you need to be the one that discovers the steampunk culture. I think, yeah, because this guy, Indians? No, Lower Sioux Empire. He had the clockwork, and he could actually do like Michelangelo? No, Leonardo da Vinci's inventions, and they were like floating around like those wings he invented and stuff like that. He had those units. He already upgraded them. That's a shame. But like he had the culture, so he could. No, that's yeah. He upgraded his unit, so it was fantastic. But I really do love something like this steam tank. This is steampunk. Oh my god, how I love this unit! It looks cool and everything. Then we have stuff like amphibious and APC. I'm not even sure, can this go to water? I didn't even check. Because I was just basically clicking next and building all the units so I can show you guys. Before I wanted to show the whole war, but it's really not fair and it's not the proper setting to play this game on. And it basically bothers me so. War Wheel. Yeah, that's steampunk as well, I think. Yeah. I do love it. It looks fantastic. To see so many units in this game, like, you know, Jeep. Oh yeah, Jeep. And like this. This is steampunk as well, I think. Tsar tank. No, this is normal unit, I think. But I still do like this. Railroad artillery. Ooh. And a lot of new upgrades, but you have to check that yourself, you know. I'm already showing you the units. Park Ranger. That's a hunter unit that can actually do terrain. And we have, of course, our bombard elephants, which can upgrade to tanks. Then the normal units. We have sheriffs. Then we can have police cars, which is really cool. And we have this is a good one, mobster, which is a like a bandit unit, raider unit. So you know you don't have to declare war and you can attack stuff. I think, yeah, crime unit or what is it? How is it called? Not sure. Yeah, it's like a pirate unit, and that's we are going to be raiders as well, and a lot more aggressive, and it's gonna be great. You will see. Or like this, llama rider. What's this? Upgrade amphibious NPC. Yeah, I showed you that one. So yes, a lot of new units. Like we have modern infantry. You saw that. You saw these planes. No, you didn't. It looks fantastic. I really do love all the units you can have in this game. And they are specialized, like, you know. What's this? I don't even know. Trench infantry, yeah. It's another unit you can have. Any more units I wanted to show? Cannons. Falconer. Those are basically guys with cannons. So. And ships as well. Oh, we have this. Big Bertha. That's bombardment as well, but further away. Which is nice. I love this. Oh, what I really love is this. Where did I put the ship? Yes, I destroyed my own. Okay, this. Goliath airship. Doesn't receive defensive bonuses. Cargo space. 2 fighters. I do love these things. And they have animations and everything. That's why I love them even more. And I have ships as well. Just to show you, like battle cruiser. A lot of buildings, wonders, as you may know. Manowar. Dreadnought. Liberty Merchant. What else do we have? Yeah, that's a lot of units, but I wanted to at least show you before I start a new game. Coastal Guard. Then we have Coast Guard Cutter. So yes, a lot of units. Submarine, of course. And then we have more. Especially one is one of the cool ones. Where is Nautilus, isn't it? What is it called? Yeah, Nautilus. You need a special building for this, which is... Give me a sec. It's in Wonders, I think. Wonders. Nemo's Naval Academy. It's great. Required to train Nautilus. It's cool. I love this one. Looks great and everything. And another some more ships. We have modern battleship. Then we have battleship. Yeah, I'm gonna show all of them. Modern destroyer. Then we have heavy cruiser. Then we have cruiser. Oh yeah, that's a lot of ships, isn't it? And battleship. No, this one. Yes. This is an early carrier. And least hospital ship, which provides healing bonuses. Healthcare unit. I do really the many units you can get. It's really sweet, like cop cars. Then police squads. Police squad. They are like you know when you town watchman. Yeah, this is town watchman, and the police cars later on. Anything else I have here? Guard dogs. Now, if you build, you can build a wonder in a city. I think it's this one, which produces animals every couple of turns. Montreal biome. Yeah, this gives you a random animal every 5 turns. The thing is, I built a Kentucky Derby in a city, and it says it will give you Kentucky Derby, it says it will give you a horse every 10 turns. It doesn't. That one doesn't work. Or at least it didn't in version 30. I'm not sure which city it was. It was one of these. It's just the proper setting, Kentucky Derby. Provides a subdued horse every 10 turns, doesn't work. That's some things I noticed. After the update, all my ambulances had a weird glitch where they couldn't wake up. So I had to delete them when I upgraded them. I don't know why. I tried. Some of them didn't have a menu at all. That's like when I try to play in Slovakia and I subdue some animals. They don't show up. This bar doesn't show up at all. So there's some weird bugs with Slovakia for now. So I cannot play Slovakia. I'm gonna play as a science leader. And we have developing leaders as well in the next new playthrough. So that one's gonna be a lot more interesting. Let me say. It's gonna be a tad slow. But I'd rather play it on a harder difficulty because, you know, it will be very difficult to... I won't win. There is a high chance I won't win. This one was not a big difficulty. The thing is the setting. I should have revolutions on. I should have a lot of stuff on that I don't. So, like, terrain damage. That's very good. Very, very, like, when you go through a desert to attack a city, a city in the desert may not function very well, but it's very defendable because of the terrain cost they take, the terrain damage they take to even get to the city. Stuff like that, you know, I'm missing it in this playthrough. Or like, that I cannot take the cities. There are no revolutions, I don't have to worry about revolutions either. So I can expand a lot without worrying about the consequences and stuff like that, so... It's gonna be better. Now, version 31 does make some glitches for me. Like, poultry resource has a purple or... The same with the caves, Neanderthal caves improvement. It's kinda glitched graphically. I tried to reset graphics to fix it, but it didn't fix it. Somebody has to have poultry. And the thing is why I want a bigger map, the biggest map, because I have no fossils on this. And maybe that's not implemented yet. And that's okay, even if it's not. I mean, there is a higher chance you get stuff like this. Ancient relics. There is only one in the world and I have it. This is the only resource there is. There is no fossil resource at all. And I'm not sure I can get one, but, you know, that's something I would like to have at least a chance. The bigger the map, the bigger the chance it will pop up. That's what I read on the forums, I think. But I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Basically, this is not a proper setup how to play the game. You see? This is poultry. And it does this. Not with anything else, just with poultry. It's the same thing when I try Slovakia. Slovakia crashes randomly, so I cannot play. which is a shame, but who cares, right? Since I wanted to start the would babies stop crying? It's so freaking hot, you have no idea how much I sweat. For the love of you, that's false advertisement. This is Ireland. There should be rain, a lot of rain, and like dark skies, and no, it's gonna be hot as hell. So that's it about it. Basically, I won this game. If you check the victory conditions, I have it basically on mastery. The only thing is Chip Sleepy Eye that is a rival to me, but he already has a lot less points, so it's not very exciting to press next turn all the time, especially if I don't have the correct settings. I have a lot of settings changed because that was the first time I played Civ Caveman to Cosmos, so I really wasn't so sure how to record it, but this is not the proper way to record it. It's like, look at this. I could attack it, but why should I? Look at him, he has squad. I don't even have the cities here, I don't need the cities. I don't need them to win or anything. So I'm gonna see you I'm gonna show how I set up my game before we play. So this time it will be a better setup than this one. This one is the turn takes a lot even now. But don't worry, in the next game that's gonna have longer turns pretty early, I think I'm gonna make them 4 times faster. So you can but it still shows you if something random happened on the map. So you can actually see like a pirate attacks me while I press next turn. So you will be able to see it instead of just cutting from one turn to the other. I'm not sure exactly yet, we'll see. But I think I'm gonna do that 4 times the speed. So. But yes, it will be a lot better revolutions and stuff like that, and we will be harder difficulty, and we will be raiders. We will raid a lot. So it's gonna be like, I would say, more action packed than this. I don't use any spies in here. I don't use any pirate units. There will be a lot of spies and pirates units in the next one. But especially the difficulty will be higher. Revolutions and stuff like that. So, okay, stop talking about it. So I do have some bugs in this new version, but nothing major. That may be centered to my game. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if anybody else has these things, so I cannot say, and I don't really mind anyway. Next time.